created a different way of relating with people. Then it opened space to connect with you. A year later, I met you. Hey!
Hi guys. Hi my love.
Hi.
Let's talk about inner marriage. This is more your specialty and your field of expertise.
Inner marriage is a chemical process that happens when we integrate our feminine and masculine energies, when we take the time and the space to turn ourselves into wholeness. What does it really mean?
Yeah, balancing the masculine and the feminine and masculine parts of myself. Maybe incorporating not only the good sides of me, but also what I perceive to be negative sides or the bad sides, embracing it all, because all of it makes me a whole human being.
Yeah? Basically is to look at all aspects you bring in life, all the shadows, all the lights, bringing them together into awareness and integrating them into oneness, into one person, who you are. For me, strong abandonment issues, rejection, and taking this to a new place, a new look, a new way of seeing it. Like, how can I look at this? This impacted my life so much. And then how do I shift the perspective and say, it's okay. Yes, I accept that I had this abandonment story and it hurt me for a long time. But now how do I take this and make this become something beautiful and part of who I am, instead of keeping the separation and rejecting and sending it away and creating more and more stories, or even worse, that most people do, just keep repeating the same patterns over and over. So the inner marriage is the support that comes as a ritual, because then you're choosing yourself first. So that's the beauty of inner marriage. You are choosing to accept who you are fully, and integrating this. After a while, you decide, what else do you want? Where do you want to go? Maybe you are so good with yourself that you don't even need to look for a partner anymore. You feel so whole. So then if you find someone, you want someone that is coming from the same way, also integrated, also that has done the work.
Which means, it sounds like it means also, like, the most important part of all of this is choosing myself, right? So choosing the shadow of myself as well as the light of myself. So not loving me in spite of those things, choosing me, choosing those things, and choosing to bring all of that with me. And accepting, a lot of the times I've noticed, in choosing and accepting and loving those parts of myself, they settle down a lot more. Like, they tend to dissipate. Like, they don't run the show. And I think the reason they run the show and they come out and scream, yell, because they want, like every other energy in the universe, they want to be heard, they want to be seen, they want to be valued, acknowledged even. And there's something that happens in the acknowledgement.
Yeah, and also stopping this pattern that we have, that we are looking for someone else to heal us, to complement us, fulfill us, to help us, to change us, or we are doing this to someone else, breaks that as well. You no longer need someone else to give you the validation you're searching. You become the validator. You become your own critical or judge or lover or healer, motivator, yeah. All these aspects
Savior.
Be your own savior.
Tell me about the inner marriage ritual.
For me, was really validating this integration in a beautiful inner meditation, connecting to the sea. I was just guided. I woke up one morning. It was the morning of the solstice, and I just knew I had to wear a white dress. Okay, pick up flowers in the garden, make a bouquet. Okay, and then I knew what I had to do. And I didn't know exactly how I was going to perform, but I knew it. So the solstice, we went to the beach, we made a beautiful fire, we took beautiful pictures, and then at a certain moment I just called a friend, went to the side, I said, can you just take pictures? I'm going to do my own ritual here. Then I told her I was marrying myself. She didn't even know what it meant. It meant, me neither. But I did my ritual. So it was beautiful, simple, clear. I didn't tell anyone else. I just joined the group again, celebrated, stayed with what was alive, and that was it. So yes.
And the significance of that?
And the significance of that was the impact that it caused in my life. Yeah. So I shifted so much, accepting everything that I am, that it created a different way of relating with people. And then it opened space to connect with you. A year later, I met you. Then we were also in a different level of awareness and connection. We had so many things that were similar. Of course, I was falling in someone, so it was also manifestation.
And I think the important part is when you married yourself, you spoke about, like, because you chose you, you stopped looking externally. And it's often when we're chasing, we don't get. When we're chasing a relationship, chasing money, chasing, like whatever it was chasing, it can be like jelly through the fingertips. But when I don't need it anymore, then it can come to me very quickly.
True, and I wasn't really. I wanted to meet someone, but it was not like
Desperation.
yeah, this priority. Oh my God, I really need to meet someone. I'm getting old, and I'm almost 40 and 2 weeks before my 40th. So yeah, it was about just like if this person comes and fits in, perfect. If not, it's also perfect. I'm happy. I'm living my life. I'm the best of my life, and I think that's the beauty of it. The inner image help us to look at ourselves in a different perspective. And you also have your story.
And like I didn't necessarily do it in a marriage, but I had to choose me before Suzana would accept me. So we'd been together and we were hanging out and loving each other's company, and I liked Suzana a lot more than she liked me, or in a different way than she liked me. Yeah, I got to the point where I just kept getting rejected by her because she had stories. Oh, he's got kids, he's too old, he's like whatever. And then I got to a point where I just was in tears one night on a balcony in Limbogan looking over the ocean, talking to the ocean, full moon, beautiful night. And I said, you know what? I love this woman with all my heart, but I need somebody who loves me the same. So I choose me. I choose to let her go. I choose me. So in that moment of choosing me, Suzana felt it subconsciously, or I don't know, synchronistically somehow.
Universal consciousness.
And then the next morning, Suzana was walking down the beach and she was like, "What am I doing? He's this beautiful guy in my life, and I keep pushing him away. Why am I pushing him away? He's more than everything I've ever wanted." So she was coming to Ubud to say yes to me. I was coming to Ubud to say no to her. And lucky I'm a gentleman and I let ladies go first. The rest is history. So the most important point, though, is that we had to wholly, solely choose ourselves. And then
individually.
and then, like we've said before, 1+1 isn't 2. 1+1 is 11. So we have two independent people coming, sharing our lives in a beautiful, profound way.
And that's the reason now we want to bring this work out there for more and more people, because it's such a profound shift the way we look at ourselves and we look at the reality of the world. And then we also spoke before about changing the marriage today. It's completely different approach.
Looking for somebody else to complete you, somebody else to make you happy, somebody else to fulfill us, like this fairy tale that we've been sold is a lie.
That leads us
Hmm.
to sacred union.
Yeah. Thank you, my love.
Thank you, my love.
Thank you, guys.